Back in the 80s, when you were a young guy on a TV show, all your managers wanted you to do was have a singing career. You know, like Leif Garrett from the 70s or Sean Cassidy. Well, I can carry a tune, but I'm not like a singer. So what's a manager to do with this young actor who's in 16 magazine but can't sing? You send him to a singing teacher, of course. So I was shipped off to Hollywood, and I was getting lessons on opera by Miss Edie. Miss Edie was about 800 years old and very famous for teaching all the younger rock and rollers how to vocalize and how to sing. Miss Edie was really handsy. If she was pointing out where your diaphragm was, that hand would slowly slide down to where your diaphragm was not. Nowadays, probably be some sexual abuse case. But back in the 80s, it was just Miss Edie. Because of who I am, I like to get to places early. So I was always early. And I got to hear the guy who was before me. He never was a strong singer, and he wasn't getting any better. Every week, he would come out rolling his eyes, and I would say, "How is Miss Edie?" And he would go, "She's really handsy this week." And so we would laugh about it, right? Now, this guy was a pretty cool guy. He had long hair. He was a big rock and roll guy. Every time after his class, he would come out, he'd be really nice, and he'd be super pumped for his band. He knew they were going to go places. And in my head, I'm like, "Oh, dude, you're not going anywhere. Your band's not going anywhere. You can't sing. I can't sing. Miss Edie is probably going to be up on charges in the next couple of weeks. This is not a good situation for any of us." But every week, he'd invite me, and every week I'd say, "Sure," but I would never go. Well, I should have. The guy who was taking singing lessons from Miss Edie before me was Vince Neil. And his band was Motley Crue. Now, the funny thing is that every time that I was singing with Miss Edie, there was a picture of Motley Crue in their full leathers staring me right in the face. And every time I was singing, I was looking at them going, "Poor Vince, man. He has no idea that this is going nowhere." I guess I'm not going to be getting any jobs at any record companies as far as an A&R guy, because I called that 100% wrong.